So I already talked about Kunwu, the X-Tao, but I'm going to do this regardless because my video was the X-Tao in carbon fiber, and then I got some questions like, which one would you prefer, carbon fiber or titanium? Which one? So I got my hands on a titanium one, and this is the way they come in this box. You know, it's a magnetic closure type thing. Kick it open, bingo. Lots of fur in here. I put my large gold coins in here, you know. Spend them on knives. Okay, and then here's the microfiber cloth. Gone. Okay, and thank you. Thank you. Are you satisfied? I am. I'm going to tell you about my X-Tao because I just went through a move from Arkansas to Florida, and this baby here was the one in my pocket. I even posted on Instagram like my carry for the day, and I had the U-Haul truck backed up. I mean the monster U-Haul truck, and then I hooked up my car on a car transport and drove it 1,200 miles to Florida, South Florida. But this is what I was carrying to use for everything. Okay. They give you a tool, and they give you another pocket clip, and they give you another set of Omega springs. Okay, so there's that. And here is the titanium one with, look at that effect on there. Look at that orange peel, I guess. One guy was saying that because I wouldn't, I guess I didn't either read that or I didn't catch it when if they ever mentioned it. Ooh, it's got some heft to it though, doesn't it? Does it not? And let's start out by, well, first of all, it's so easy. I like whatever they want to call this lock. I can't remember what they're calling it. First production, 78 of 400. Woo, L-Max, baby. I keep forgetting it's L-Max. Kunwu, and that's my buddy Sergio, and check down below. I'll give you the link to the video I did on this, okay? Because it talks about like knife news and this and that, Sergio, and blah, blah, blah. And their Kickstarter program where they were doing this. And these are really affordable. These were well under $200 a piece, okay? And, oh, baby. Yeah, this has got more weight. Hold on. Let's weigh them off. But this lock mechanism, as I said on my first video when I did this, real positive. Like, this is like the axis lock that you've always dreamed about. I mean, I really like it. Although it's, to me, it's basically an axis lock. But, okay. Ounces. 5.33. Check this out. 3.8. And baby, you can feel it. You can feel the difference. Grams. 108. 151. That's a big difference. This feels so light. In fact, this feels so light after feeling this. You get like a little concerned, like, is this cheapy? Because like lighter, flimsier, cheapy all seem to equate. But no, this is solid. It's just light. But it's still, look at these slabs of carbon fiber. Of course, you've got the little metal liners that are nested in here. But I mean, really still, that's solid. And this mechanism is super solid. And have I got any scrapes on it? I still didn't really clean that blade up that well, did I? I thought I did, but no, not under this camera it didn't. Is this thing still cut? Let me get a piece of paper because I don't know. I did my share of cutting with this over that last 2-week period. Okay, I mean, it's not bad. I didn't even put this on a strop yet. Let me try the brand spanky boy new. Let me see how, well, you know what? It's hard to feel the difference. Crap. That's not bad. That's held up pretty good. That edge has. Oh, I got into some nasty stuff with it too. Oh, God. But, okay, so this is heavier. So this, if you like that substantial feel of weightiness and stuff, you may like this. I'll tell you one thing, though. This is my favorite of the Kunwu knives that have come out so far. And they are really concerned about, first of all, getting it right. And they're concerned about the steel and the treatment of it. And if you saw their Kickstarter stuff, but I've DM'd back and forth with Sergio, and they have consulted with K-Knives Switzerland and people like that that are involved with, experimental, like, working with different types of high-end metals and testing different heat treatments and, processes on steels, CATRA testing and all that. So these guys are serious about this stuff, okay? So, I haven't had this one. I mean, as far as under a Rockwell or anything, that might be interesting to try, but so far, this blade is holding up. God, that's scary light. It's holding up pretty well, the edge. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm impressed. Kind of big old flat grind, but just a normal, normal, easy to use type of all-purpose blade shape. Piercing, slicing, all that. And just so easy to kick open and close. And then, you got, this edge ends here, so you're not running into everything if you are going to sharpen it up, which I have not attempted to do anything yet. I got this not much before my move. Thank God I got it before I moved, or it had to get forwarded to me. But yeah, I mean, so then I put this in my pocket and I was intrigued with it. So I just kept it in my pocket because it was so light, no matter what kind of clothing, hot weather clothing, whatever I was carrying. Even though it's a full-size knife, it was so light, it was so easy to carry. And God, it's so easy to kick open and close. And these thumb studs, I mean, you can reverse finger flick it, you can thumb flick it, or you can just do this and bang, it's open. And that, you're not feeling movement. It just feels solid. Let me check this one, by the way. Oh yeah, that's solid as a rock. So I don't know. I'm just impressed with it. Although I do like an Axis type lock. I think it's just so easy to kick open and close. But this whole design I like. And I like the regular Tao, the frame lock one, Tao, whatever. But the X-Tao, see, I didn't get the mini or the full size. I think I may have had one of the full size in my hands because it came in for one of my table sales or something. But I never bought one. I bought all the other stuff. But this, when this came out in this configuration lock, I like it. Because I was getting a little frame lock burnout. So I just thought this is way cool. Same on both sides. Everything's ambidextrous, right? And left and right hand. So, I mean, they're thinking about it, right? You could go left hand, right hand. Is there any difference? No, because it's totally, in all respects, ambidextrous. So, I like it. Oh, let me do this just in case you're not up on the stats, but it's 3.5. I think that's probably what they say it is, and coming up on 8.25 overall length. And blade steel, was that close to? No, it's 3.5. Yeah, okay. Millimeter, 13.5. So it's a good handful. It's 0.53 of an inch across there. Okay, so looks like you got little liners in here too, under the titanium. Wow. Any other information on here? No. It says enough right there. First production run. What does this one say, by the way? Oh, okay. This is 196 of 400. This is a little later in the batch, right? But still, I like it. So I just thought I'd do an update on it because, you know, the ergos are great on these. I mean, this French, this machined area around here like this. See what I'm saying? Good, and just feels really comfortable in the hand. Reverse grip feels really comfortable as well. But I mean, this is kind of a very simple less is more design, which I like. And of course, backspacer, yes, I think that gives it a more finished look. I believe number 8 on everywhere on the knife hardware. No. I'm sorry. I stand corrected. These are number 6s. Wow. I kept thinking. No, it's number 6s. Okay. Number 6 is there. You know what? I kept thinking, but I think I took one of the scales off on this. I didn't do a complete disassembly. I don't like doing them on these Omega Spring axis lock, whatever you want to call it, setups, because it's a pain in the brain to reassemble them. And so, but way cool. What do you think? X-Tao. If you didn't ever get one, maybe take the opportunity to put one in your hand. However, and check it out. I really like it. It's really one of the nicer knives, especially for the $1 for that I've had in my hands in 2022. I didn't know how much I'd really like it at first, but I really do. I just more and more. And this one is scary light. Even though it's a full-size knife, wow. And you know what? So far, the edge is holding up. So I'll keep using it, and I'll see how far I can go before we get to the point where we really seriously can't just cut paper anymore. And if we can't shave paper, then we'll go on the strop. But that might be some work with that stuff. That might be pretty hard edge to have to bring back. Take care. I like it. The X-Tao and titanium or carbon fiber. I think that's just got to be up to you, my friend. This one, I mean, they both feel solid. The mechanism seems really solid, not as kind of wishy-washy as some of the axis lock knives do. So I like the more positive feel. But if you like something with more heft and you're a titanium fan, so be it. This, obviously, you're not going to get snail trails on, and it's ultra light, or it feels that way, you know. So you make that call. We do love them knives. So you guys, stay sharp.